Now, severe weather summer threats. All this week, we're looking at summer weather risks to help you stay prepared just in case.
As we continue monitoring live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar for possible thunderstorms tonight, we're also giving you an inside look at how we track weather and alert you to severe storms before we get hit.
Hurricanes and the flooding that comes with them are perhaps the most dangerous summer weather threats to southern New England. Chief
Meteorologist Tony Petrarca is here now with more on a new tool the Pinpoint Weather Team uses to find out where potentially life-threatening flooding might happen. Tony?
That's right. This new tool is called the SLOSH model. It stands for Sea, Lake, and Overland Surges from Hurricanes, and it's a great forecasting tool used by the National Weather Service to figure out storm surges and to determine where flooding may occur during a hurricane. It's important to remember that a hurricane doesn't have to make direct landfall to create a dangerous storm surge or flooding, and living inland doesn't necessarily take you out of danger's way either. In some cases, the wall of water can travel several miles inland, potentially putting your neighborhood at risk. So tonight, coming up at 5:30, meteorologist Michelle Muscatello will show us how we use the SLOSH model to figure out if your home could be at risk for some flooding. And it's a very helpful tool, especially with landfalling hurricanes and inlet areas such as bays like Narragansett Bay and Buzzards Bay.
Now, severe weather summer threats. All this week, we're looking at summer weather risks to help you stay prepared just in case. Hurricanes and the flooding that comes with these monster storms are some of the most dangerous summer weather threats we get here in southern New England.
While there may not be a major storm heading our way right now, we're showing you how we track severe storms before we get hit.
And meteorologist Michelle Muscatello is here now with a tool that can help you determine if your home is at risk for life-threatening flooding if a hurricane blows through.
Storm surge can be one of the deadliest parts of a hurricane if you live near the ocean, and it can be one of the trickiest to understand and forecast. But now there's a new tool to let you see if your neighborhood is at risk.
The storm surge is the rise in water generated by a storm over and beyond the predicted tide. Several factors go into determining the storm surge: a hurricane's track, intensity, size, forward speed, and characteristics of the coastline. With Narragansett and Buzzards Bay's intricate shape, we are especially at risk of deadly flooding in hurricanes. Now, there's a new tool aimed at helping people prepare for an approaching storm. It's called the SLOSH model. It stands for Sea, Lake, Overland Surges from Hurricanes. And it uses National Weather Service data about storm surges in new, easy-to-use interactive maps. You can go right to your neighborhood and find out about your flood risk. Here's the SLOSH model for the Great New England Hurricane of 1938, a Category 3, the worst in Rhode Island history. Storm surges of 10 to 12 feet caused devastating flooding in Narragansett Bay. It's one of the reasons the hurricane barrier was developed to help protect downtown Providence. But how about the other 20 coastal communities in Rhode Island that are flood-prone during a hurricane? Well, you may be surprised to see your home is at risk, even if you live away from the coast. With the SLOSH model, you can see where potentially life-threatening storm surge may occur. As hurricane severity goes up, so does the storm surge. In some areas, that means the wall of water can travel several miles inland. With a Category 3 hurricane, you can see some inland neighborhoods of Barrington, Providence, Warwick, and North Kingstown, among others, underwater.
This new SLOSH model is now being used to determine who is evacuated in a hurricane. And new this 2015 season, experimental storm surge watches and warnings will be issued by the National Hurricane Center using this interactive tool. I'm Eyewitness News meteorologist Michelle Muscatello.